now live.
What's the best way to get units?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I know you're busy. Okay. We can do it later.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Family Ice Arena in Falmouth, Maine for the first of our Brunswick High School preseason triple header. This is between the Brunswick Freeport Dragons and the Falmouth Navigators. On for the opening draw is going to be Nolan Klimash for the Dragons, and I do not have a roster for Falmouth, so I will not be able to tell you who they are. But I know all of the Brunswick players, so hopefully that's enough for everyone at home. Here is the Dragons in their defensive zone. That is Bo Marini, wearing number 5 this year. And it's back around to Avery Tatham. Tatham up the ice. And the Navigators will take over. And now into the neutral zone come the Dragons. Klimash battling for it. And Falmouth gets it back for the moment. But that will be, I believe, is that the signal for a hand pass? I'm not exactly sure. But there is a whistle. I believe so, yeah. And it'll be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Dragons. Nat Rathbone on for the face-off. He has James Salco at his left wing, and at his right is Evan Dorsey, a sophomore from Freeport. Rathbone will lose the draw. Salco hit along the boards, and here come the Navigators, cutting back and forth. Going to put it over the net, and Dragons battling for it. Will be one up ahead. Salco can't handle it, and back into the defensive zone for Falmouth. Along the back wall, Falmouth will take back over, and they will clear it in the neutral zone for the moment. Peter Wilkoff will put it back into the offensive zone for the Dragons. Folks, I did not have the clock running that whole time. Just trying to do everything right now. Just me today, at least for this first game. Hopefully everyone can bear with me. I'm just here alone. Brady Marzakis will be joining me later in this game. Got 25-minute running halves, I believe, will be the structure for these scrimmages today, as now Falmouth will take it into the offensive zone. And I'm just trying to get the clock to match. Just give me a moment, everyone. We're at 22 minutes and 50 seconds. Into the offensive zone come the Dragons. Battle for the puck along the back wall. And Levi Bobuff will chip it back inside for the moment. And Nolan Klimash will repossess the neutral zone for a moment. Falmouth will take back over. Pressured there by Stadnicki. Skating back and forth to the Navigators. It's back into the neutral zone. Stadnicki has it taken away from him. Here come the Navigators in on Michael Shoemaker, who will freeze it for his first save of the game. Pretty slow hockey so far, not too many shots on goal. That might be our first. I wasn't paying attention for that little span for a moment. There might have been a shot on goal there, but I think that might be our first of the game. And Michael Shoemaker, the sophomore, makes his first save. Face-off is won by the Navigators. It's deflected into the back wall. Battling for it is Sampson and now Tatham. Avery Sampson, making the switch to defense this year, is on the first line with Tatham for right now. Here's a shot on net. Another pad save there by Michael Shoemaker. It's now battle along the wall with Stadnicki, and Tatham will flip it up the ice for where Falmouth will take back over. Into the offensive zone go the Navigators. Another save, chest save there by Shoemaker, and he'll freeze it again. Pretty good start there for the sophomore, as he has made 3 saves. Dragons will send on new offensive line. Rathbone at center, Salco and Dorsey to join him. Here come the Navigators. Going to put another shot on net, and he scores. May have been deflected, but Falmouth will take a 1-0 lead as a shot from the blue line for number 4 in white will put the Navigators up 1-0. Once again, I'm sorry I do not have a roster on me, but someone on Falmouth able to put that away. And Rathbone on to take another faceoff. This time he will win it. Back to John Paul Polton of the Dragons. In the offensive zone goes Dorsey, puts it wide. Salco to battle in the corner. Will be won for a moment by Rathbone. Now he's going to fight again along the back wall. He's hit. Navigators chipping in the neutral zone. Polton racing for it. He will win the race. And now this pass is intercepted. Here come Falmouth. Nice toe drag move by the Navigator, number 10 in white. And another great save there by Michael Shoemaker. He's played well so far despite letting in the 1. Pass. Here comes Salco, number 17 in black.
Falmouth goal scored by number 4, Jack Turner, 4:06 in his first of 2 periods.
And back in the neutral zone come the Navigators. Another shot on net and another chest save by Michael Shoemaker. 1-0 is the lead for Falmouth. And I believe that's Shoemaker's 5th save. Don't have stats on me, but he's played well so far. On for the faceoff is Palmer. That is freshman Jamison Palmer of the Dragons, and he will take it in the neutral zone for the moment. And then Falmouth will chip it back in. Battle for it in the corner, Bobuff. And that's given up the ice to another freshman, that's Cole Bowditch. And that's another leg save there by Michael Shoemaker. Back along the back wall come the Navigators. It's hit into the corner. Palmer battling for it again. It's hit inside. And now along the wall. Taken into neutral zone. Little opportunity for the Dragons. And it's good defensive play by number 17 in white. Will stop what could have been a odd man rush. Back into the defensive zone come the Navigators. They'll take it into the offensive zone. Tatham along the back wall is going to try to take it away from him, and he does. Good play there by the senior, number 23, Avery Tatham. He will be between 4 Falmouth defenders. Had it for a moment, but it was taken away from him. And now, here's a look. Marini trying to get it, unable for the moment. Battle along the wall with Climash. Now Marini stuck between a pair of skates, I presume. And Falmouth will take back over. Pass up ice. And that is Avery Sampson, one of the other Freeport players on this Brunswick Freeport roster, and that goes out of play, and we'll get a face-off. Offensive zone face-off for the Navigators. Climash will take it. He has Max Sidnicki to his left and Bo Marini to his right. He will win it for the moment, but Falmouth unable to regain possession as it bounds back into their defensive zone. Number 4 in white, who scored the goal earlier for the Navigators, will take it for the moment. And now into the offensive zone. Backhands it behind the net of Shoemaker, rolls along the boards. That is Sidnicki battling for it, and it will be won by Sidnicki. Gives it up to Marini, a little off the mark, and the Navigators take back over in their defensive zone. Pass up the ice will be intercepted by Wilkoff, Peter Wilkoff, and that was Rathbone, unable to handle it. And here come the Navigators back in for another offensive rush. Wilkoff will regain possession behind the Dragons' net. He gives it up the ice. That one will hit off the boards, and I believe that will be an icing, and it will. So we'll get an offensive zone faceoff for the Navigators. Now at 16 minutes to go in this running clock first half, 1-0 lead for Falmouth. As of course you can see, because I cannot stop talking about how great it is that we have a scoreboard now on Brunswick High Sports Network. So glad, and I hope everyone at home is enjoying that. instead of having me to tell you what the time is all the time. That was a slap shot that goes out of play, and we'll get another face-off real quick. On for the Dragons, we have the second line of forwards, Rathbone, Salco, and Dorsey, along with Levi Bobuff at defense. And another one, I'll check in a moment who number 14 is, I had forgotten, but have to focus on the play now. Here's Falmouth shooting over the net, and they'll keep possession for the moment. Now battling for it along the boards is Dorsey. Will be won by the Navigators, taken inside and a shot, and through the 5-hole of Shoemaker, the Navigators make it 2-0. Good offensive pressure there by Falmouth, and they get points out of it. Now the Dragons line, that is Palmer to take the face-off. Freshman, he has another freshman to his left in Cole Bowditch, and to his right, can't see the number for now, but I believe that might be Gabe Shoemaker, who is making the move from goalie to skater this year. That is Shoemaker. Now with the puck, he'll take it in and put it on net, and a glove save for the Navigators. I believe that's the first shot on goal for the Dragons today, and it was made by the converted goaltender. So how about that? Here is a face-off once again for Palmer. He will lose the draw, and Falmouth takes back over. And that one hits off the boards. I believe that will be an icing, and it will. So the Dragons will get another offensive zone face-off. We'll see if they can do something with it. Now down with 13:50 to go. Keeping the same line on with Avery Sampson and Avery Tatham. Double Avery defensive line for the Dragons is on. That's Bowditch trying to get the puck back. Navigators will retain possession, give it up the ice, and backhands it in. Bowditch with it will pass over to Palmer. Palmer around the back boards, and now battling the corner with Shoemaker. Now Bowditch, and the Navigators take back over. Pass up the ice. Nice little dangle inside, and unable to do anything with it, so the Dragons take back over. There's Palmer. Gives it up the ice, rolling slowly. Referees wave off the icing, and here come the Navigators once again. Now got 13 minutes left to work with. Sinicki battles along the boards, and Navigators will fling it down into the corner. That's Sampson giving it to Tatham. Little through the legs pass, and here come the Dragons with Nolan Climash chipping it down into the offensive zone. Battle along the back corner. Climash wrestling for it, and that goes behind the net. Here's Tatham. He's going to have an opportunity. He'll throw it at the net. Deflection save there for the Navigators. Sampson gives along the corner. Battling for it is also Climash. It will be taken back over for the moment, but no, Tatham tries to keep in the zone, cannot. And here come the Navigators into the offensive zone. Around the back wall will be regained for the moment. Here comes number 8 in white for Falmouth. He'll fling it out front of the net and is wide. Navigators take back over in the offensive zone, deflected by Sinicki. Backhands it up, and Sinicki cannot. He tries to get a lift check, tries once again, unable to do anything. And here come Falmouth. Sinicki is able to get it back, gives it up to Nat Rathbone, chipping at it into the offensive zone, and the Navigators will get it back. 22 in white is hit by Polton. Polton, the team manager last year, back out on the ice for this year. That was a nice poke check there by Dorsey, unable to do anything with it. But the Navigators take back over, and here comes Polton with the puck now. Gives it back up to Rathbone, unable to handle it for the moment, but now he gets it back. Here comes Nat Rathbone, the junior, cuts inside, little backhand, and it will be saved, but a nice offensive opportunity for the Dragons. That's junior Nat Rathbone, able to get the shot on goal, but a nice save by number 1 in white. He will get a new line of forwards. Palmer to take the face-off with Bowditch and Shoemaker. Wins it out to Shoemaker. And that shot was blocked. That was Wilkoff taking the shot. He wrestles for it. Back in the offensive zone. Here comes Falmouth. That down the middle is now loose. Battling for it is Palmer. He hits the ice. And into the back corner will be one battle for the puck. And Navigators get back. In the neutral zone, they wait and will give it up into the offensive zone. He will give it up down the middle, open opportunity, and it's wide. So after a lot of early offense by the Navigators, it's definitely seemed to slow down since then. That was a great opportunity they had, but shot goes wide. Now here's another one, as a backhand shot is saved by the pad of Michael Shoemaker. He's let in 2 goals, but other than that, has looked pretty solid as he's seen a lot of shots, made a lot of good saves. There's his brother, Gabe Shoemaker, the senior, as it will be in the neutral zone. And here's a great piece of skating by number 4 in white for the Navigators, and he's unable to put it away. Pass across. Shoemaker will be regained by Climash. They'll give it up. Here's another shot. The net is stopped. I don't remember who number 14 is, but he made a great defensive play right there. That's Theo Lyons. That's the younger brother of Ivan Lyons. At least that would make sense. They both play hockey for Freeport. But Ivan Lyons, senior defenseman last year, had a really nice season for Brunswick Freeport. And his brother there, I'm just assuming it's his brother. Like, what are the odds? What are the odds it's not, you know? Makes a great shot block there in front of Michael Shoemaker. Here's a poke check there by Sidnicki. And battle along the corner. Here is a little wraparound backhand opportunity, and Michael is able to stick out his left pad to stop it from going in, but a great opportunity there. Number 14 in white, unable to put it away. And we'll get a defensive zone face-off for the Dragons. They send out the Rathbone, Dorsey, Salco line. And this face-off will be won by Rathbone. Gives it back to the 2 Avery defenseman pair. That's Sampson and Tatham. Here is a shot off the head of a Navigator, and we'll get a whistle. Presumably for offsides. It will be a face-off in the center, so I assume it was not offsides then if there's a face-off like that, but unfortunately I do not know what the call was. But I promise when we get Brady back and we get a bigger operation, I'll be able to tell you little things like that. Or if I just learn more about the sport, that would also help. Here is a pass along the boards. Will be battled for it, and with Tatham, Rathbone, and Dorsey. Now Tatham pinning a Navigator up against the boards. And can the Dragons come away with it? They can. This is Dorsey giving it up. And here come the Dragons. Avery Tatham trying to jumpstart a Dragons offense that's been quiet so far. Here's Salco, gonna have a shot at the nets. Chest save there by number 1 in white. And we'll get an offensive zone face-off. Tatham and Salco, some nice combined offense, but unable to convert to points. The Palmer, Shoemaker, Bowditch line is back out for this offensive zone face-off. Here's a puck drop. Palmer will lose the draw, and here come the Navigators. Number 4 in white, who scored the first goal of this game, will give it up. And now here come Falmouth into the offensive zone. Peter Wilkoff will backhand it as the Dragons try to regain possession. Shoemaker will give it up to Palmer. Nice piece of skating there, as here comes Palmer into the offensive zone for the moment. Has to hold up to avoid the offsides. That was Bowditch. Shoemaker trying to guard along the wall. That's deflected up. And here comes Shoemaker. A little offensive opportunity for the Dragons. He backhands it back to Wilkoff. Going to fire it down the middle, and it's deflected away. Here come the Navigators. Wilkoff again will deflect it down the... Falmouth is caught in a line change, but they're able to get somebody on to catch that puck from Wilkoff. Puck goes along the back wall. Bobuff will deflect it up and back around. Stick save there by Shoemaker as he deflects it in the corner. Bobuff battling for it, will give it up, and now Marini passes it back to Levi Bobuff, the sophomore 25 in black. This puck is hit down behind the net of Shoemaker. Battle for it in the corner. Bobuff will chip it down, going to be caught by number 14 in white. Big hit there by Stadnicki, and a shot, double save by Michael Shoemaker. He's able to make a third and cover it. So an excellent streak there by the sophomore goaltender, number 1 in black. Of course, he split time last year with his brother, Gabe Shoemaker, who is now skating out to play forward. That leaves Michael as the sole goaltender, and he's played pretty well so far. Again, he's let in 2 goals, but I think he's made a plethora of excellent saves. Stadnicki will hit it down with one hand into the offensive zone. This one given down, and Tatham will regain possession. That's hit along the glass. Now battling for it is Stadnicki, but he will lose that battle, and the Navigators regain possession. Chip down there by Climash. Here is a light shot, stick save there by Shoemaker, and now Avery Sampson will take over. He gives it up along the boards. Here come the Navigators back into the offensive zone. I believe they'll call that an offsides. So pretty even hockey game following those 2 early goals by the Navigators. It looked like this might be a one-sided affair, but since then, Dragons have played pretty well on both offense and defense. Still like to see a bit more offense, though. Rathbone will lose the draw, and it's into the defensive zone for the Dragons. That is Polton giving it back. Here's Rathbone with it. He's going to chip into the offensive zone. Can he get to the puck? He cannot, or he's going to battle for it now in the corner. That's Salco now battling with big number 17 in white. He will win that battle, and Falmouth has it as they will not take into the offensive zone just yet, try to avoid the offsides, and giving it down, and Polton will take back over. Here's a shot at the net. It was deflected and goes wide. Can Wilkoff regain possession? He cannot for the moment. Given back. Number 17 is going to take another slap shot. It's again deflected and again goes wide, but 2 very hard shots there. It's deflected inside. Beautiful save as Shoemaker is able to get back across. It was an open look for number 5 in white with a backhand open in the paint, but Michael's able to get from left pipe to right pipe and shut it down. Another great save there by the sophomore. Take the face-off is, I believe that's 16, Gabe Shoemaker. Of course, Gabe is a great face-off man in the sport of lacrosse, so we'll see if that translates here, and he does win the draw. How about that? Palmer's been taking all the draws for that line so far, but I don't believe he's out there for the moment. He's not. So that's why Shoemaker took it. And Bowditch gives it back to Gabe into the offensive zone. And here are the Navigators. Big number 24 in white will dish it down the middle. Deflected by Shoemaker. Nice play there as he shuts down a good-looking offensive opportunity for the Navigators. Down to 1:45 to go in this first half. And it will be taken back for the Dragons. Here's Lyons looking, and he will give it up back to Shoemaker, unable to handle it. Bowditch fighting for it. And here's Levi Bobuff, sophomore for the Dragons. Will give it up into the middle. Here's Lyons once again, off the boards. Bank pass up ahead to Marini, fighting for it. Bo Marini puts it on net. He misses the glove save, but it's wide. Here's a collision along the back wall. Navigators pulling it back down the middle. Tatham fighting for it. Man goes down, and now into the middle. Number 11 shot, rings it off the pipe, and I believe they're going to call that a goal. I believe it hit the inside of the pipe and went out. But yep, they're gonna say it was a goal. 3-0 for Falmouth. Yeah, it hit that upper corner, about the inside of the pipe. I thought it deflected right out, but they're gonna put it up. 3-0, 35 seconds to go in this half.
Falmouth goal scored by number 11, Daniel Hansen, unassisted at 24 minutes in the first.
All right, try to help me remember. Hansen is number 11. That would be the one player name that I remember, if everyone could help me with that. That'll be the one navigator name that I remember, as I do not have access to a full roster. Here is a bat along the corner. Here's Tatham with it. He'll give it up into the neutral zone. Can the Dragons make something in the final second? They cannot, and that'll do it for this first half. We have a Dragon down, as that will end our first half. We're going to hope that he's okay. I'm trying to get a number. This will be only a 1-minute break, so we'll be staying right here on BHSN. I believe it is, cannot tell if that's a 6 or an 8. The whole line looks pretty similar, so cannot tell if it is Stanicki or Climash. We'll hope that he's okay. Get a minute break. That would be Max Stanicki, number 6 in black, as he is being tended to along center ice, and he will get up and be helped. He will be helped off by Tatham and Wilkoff. Hate to see, of course, hate to see any injury at any point, but especially in a preseason game like this. Never what you want to see, but hopefully he'll be okay. He is walking under his own power now to the locker room. Looks to be some sort of hand injury. I'm not a doctor though, so I don't want to speculate anything. But that tight. It will be a penalty on the Navigators, so a 5-on-4 man advantage for the next 2 minutes for the Dragons. They'll see what they can do with that as they trail 3-0. I hadn't updated the scoreboard. Once again, I'm doing everything. I'm sorry, folks. It's 3-0. Maybe you'd figured it out when I said that Falmouth scored again, but if not, now it'll show up on the scoreboard there. Climash will win the faceoff. Replacing Stanicki on that first line is going to be Shoemaker, although because it's a power play, maybe that's just the power play line anyway. You never really know. But it's Shoemaker on at the right wing for this power play unit. Battle along the boards will be won by the Dragons. Nice play there. Climash gives it up to Tatham. Tatham from the top will dish it up down the middle, stick save, and covered by the Navigators. 1:30 remaining. It looks like they're going to keep the penalty time as running time, which is interesting. I feel like usually if there's running clock, you would still pause the penalty time to give the whole 2 minutes. Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't been to many of these preseason hockey tournaments, as Dragons do have 3 games today. We'll get a whistle here. Oh, it's going to be offsetting fouls, as both a Dragon and a Navigator will go to the box. Didn't see what the call was. But we will get a 4 on 4 somehow. I don't know how that works. The Dragons should still have, they still have the man advantage. They send out a 5th man, so it's a 5-on-4 still. I missed what the call was, but still a power play for the next 15 seconds. As that's gonna, because the referees were dealing with that penalty, it's gonna run out the rest of this power play. Now the Navigators send another man to the box. So I guess the whistle is for another penalty. So it's not going to be a 5-on-3, as during that break, the original penalty ran off. But now they send another man to the box, so it should be back to a 5-on-4. Okay. I think we're finally sorting this out. Once again, I did not start the clock for this period. We're at 22:49. I'll get that for you right now. There you go. Oh. All right, there you go. So it now appears to be a 5-on-4. I have no idea all that just happened, but somehow the Dragons have one man in the box and the Falmouth Navigators have 3, including a goaltender. So I'm not sure how all that works out, but it will be a power play for the next 90 seconds for the Dragons. That is what I know, and we can work with that information, I guess. Back in the neutral zone is Salco for the Brunswick Freeport power play. Salco skating slowly, and will take it up and give it up to Rathbone. Rathbone with opportunity will be knocked away by this penalty kill for the Navigators. But now Sampson will kick it. Nice hit along the boards by Salco. Sampson gives it back up to Tatham. Tatham now with 50 seconds to go on that power play. In the neutral zone, Tatham will wrestle free and backhand it back to where Sampson is. He gets it. Bank pass is caught by a Navigator. Rathbone battling for it. And that was Hansen. I remember number 11 is Hansen. He scored the 3rd goal for the Navigators. And there is Sampson of the Dragons. Hansen couldn't get to that. And here comes Avery Sampson. Hansen's able to backhand that out of danger for the Navigators. Now just 15 seconds to go on that 2-minute penalty. Now just 10 seconds to go. See if the Dragons can do something in these last moments of this power play. That's Palmer with it in the neutral zone. And that will do it as we're back to 5-on-5 action. Good piece of skating there by number 16 in white. And this will be hit back down. Nice hit there by Polton in his first game in a while. Makes a nice hit there. Here's a save. Oh, no, it's not a save. That is going to be a goal by the Navigator. Sorry, folks, that I was not on top of that. But a pass inside, one-timer, is able to beat the sophomore Shoemaker. And it'll be 4-0. Climash, Marini, and Shoemaker. Now the first line of forwards with Sinicki out. Puck drop, Climash will win it. And Marini able to wrestle it. Marini now wearing number 5. I believe he was number 9 last year, but number 5 in football, probably want to match that number. He now wears number 5 in black. In case anyone is wondering about all the numbers, I know that's what everyone really wants to hear about. In the corner, battling for it is, I believe that would be Climash. Now, still in the corner, between a pair of skates, trying to wrestle for it is Gabe Shoemaker. Shoemaker's able to come away with it. He looks to pass inside, unable, and it will be cleared. Good offensive opportunity for the Dragons. Can't come away with anything. Here come the Navigators. Nice piece of skating by 23 in white, saved by Shoemaker and knocked away by Climash. Nice play by Nolan to clear that out. As now we got the signal for a delayed penalty on the Navigators. We'll see what this is going to be. It's going to be a trip. And we'll see who it's on. Nope. It's going to be on Gabe Shoemaker of the Dragons. I thought the Dragons touched the puck, so thought it would be on the Navigators from judging based off how the delayed penalty was handled, but I guess not. So we'll get 2 minutes of penalty kill for the Dragons. They send out Boba, Lyons, Salco, and Rathbone to try to kill this 5-on-4 man advantage of the Navigators. That was the first penalty of the day for the Dragons, which is very interesting. Of course, they led the, I don't know what it was, KVAC, maybe Class B South. They led something in penalty minutes, so good to see that's only the first of the day. Here is the Navigator power play. It's given up and out of the neutral zone, unable to handle it is number 17 in white. Salco will give some light pressure, and it will be dished across. Here's 16 in white for Falmouth. Gives up ahead to Hansen. Hansen gonna come around the net. He has a minute left to work with on this power play. Giving it back to Hansen. Hansen down the middle. It's broken up by Salco. And now along the boards, Rathbone will be taken away by the Navigators. Fed inside, unable to handle it. Great opportunity for Falmouth. Can't come away with anything. Another leg pad save by Shoemaker. Hansen going to give it back up top to big number 17 in white. Gives it across. Fed down. Nice opportunity. Hansen, glove save by Shoemaker. Great save there. As now these final 30 seconds of Shoemaker's, that would be Gabe Shoemaker's tripping penalty, will come to a close. Now down to 20 seconds. By the time the face-off goes off, it'll be about 10. This is Evan Dorsey on to take the face-off. He'll win it back to Tatham. Tatham will hit it back into the defensive zone of the Navigators. And Sampson will take over as that penalty will come to a close, and the Dragons' penalty kill is victorious as we're back to 5-on-5 action, and that is going to be an ice. I believe Sampson did not know that the penalty was up, and he just rocketed it down the ice. Of course, a team that is killing a penalty, they can clear it all the way down the ice and it's not icing. Sampson believed that it was still, they were still in the penalty kill. He sent it down the ice. Was not. That'll be an icing. Nice pad save there by Michael Shoemaker. Now along the boards, it will be one. Nice play there by Palmer, and he'll take it up the ice. He has Bowditch to his left. Gives it inside to Bowditch, unable to get to it. That was a good opportunity for the Dragons. And here is Sampson. Sampson along the right side will feed it down along the back boards. And wrestling for it is Dorsey. Going to be won by Palmer. He takes it around, but Navigators get it back. That's flung up the ice, and Tatham will shut down. It looked like a good opportunity for the Navigators. Here's Palmer, gives it up to Bowditch, unable to get to it. Backhands it back around, and here's deflected inside. Climash backhands it behind the Navigator net. Palmer will come away with it, flinging it down the middle. Thought he had a man there. No one there. Now Sampson at the net. Blocker save by one in white. Marini lost his stick as he is skating around without one. He goes back to pick it up as now Shoemaker subs on and picks up the puck with a head of steam, but it is back around the boards. He sends it around. Polton skating for it, and he gets it back. And we'll see if the Dragons can get something offensively. Marini through his legs along the boards. Marini comes away with it for the moment. Navigators get it back, and it's back into the defensive zone. Polton, John Paul Polton. Got 14:40 left in this half, and they sent back. Oh, that's right. I should change the period to the second period. I believe it still says first. How do I do that? Oh, there we go. Second period. There you go. Of course, that is effectively the third period, as this is the end of the game after the second half. Shoemaker will battle for it in the corner. Nice play there as he feeds it inside to Marini, battling for it. There, shot back around by Climash. Unable to do anything with it, but I really like what I've seen in this skater debut, if you will, from Gabe Shoemaker, the converted goaltender. He had a good shot on goal earlier, and he's done some nice battling in the corners. Here is Hansen off the post. Rathbone gives it back. Dorsey to a Navigator. Now in the corner. It will be deflected, and here's Rathbone off the boards. Hansen gets it back, and here are the Navigators. Offensive opportunity. And tries to collect it with his skate, cannot. And here comes Nat Rathbone trying to jumpstart a Dragons offense that has not scored so far. Here's a good hit along the boards as Rathbone goes down. Navigators get it back. Here he comes, feeding it down the middle. Good opportunity for Hansen, but cannot. As he throws it again, nice save there by Shoemaker. Goes into the butterfly, makes the leg pad save. Here's a feed inside. Goes through Hansen with never an opportunity. Been saying his name a lot. Might be because he's the only player on Falmouth that I know the name of, but also he's had plethora of offensive opportunities as he scored 1 goal earlier. Down to 12:45 to go in the second half. 4-0 Navigators. Battling for it. Here's Hansen. Takes it in the offensive zone. Nice play there by Levi Bobuff as he pokes it away to shut down the offensive rush there. Here's Hansen again. Gives it back. Shot at the net. Chest save by Shoemaker. And it's back out. Giving it up the ice to Palmer. Got an all-freshman line out there right now as number 18, Nikki Heaston, along with Bowditch and Palmer. Tatham and Sampson are defending at the moment. Here's Bowditch. Gonna hit it back into the neutral zone of the Navigators. In the defensive zone, Colton. It's back to Tatham. Tatham backhands it, and it will be stopped by Foreign White, who had the first goal of this game. Here he comes into the offensive zone, going to cut back and forth, going to wrap around, and Tatham will shut down that opportunity. Nice play there by the senior, Avery Tatham, and now he has a head full of steam. Tatham battling into the corner, will be hit hard, and Navigators take back over. Marini at the net, stick save by One and White for the Navigators, and now this one will be cleared out of play. In the NHL, that would be a delay of game, but that penalty does not exist in high school. So.
Clock stop. Our clock stop. When you stop the clock, you know, switch periods.
Oh, right. I did not know that the clock stops when you switch periods in this app. I'm sorry to everyone who was wondering why the clock was stopped, but we're back now. Got 10:42. Brady will be back for the second and third games, so don't worry, everyone. We'll get this ship righted, but I'm just so glad to have a scoreboard, even if it's a little off sometimes. 10:20 to go in the second half. Fed around Shoemaker's net. Will be caught there by Sampson. Sampson back to Tatham. That is Shoemaker along the boards, who, as I mentioned, has played a nice game so far. Tatham giving it back. Here's a slap shot at the net, leg save by the left pad of Shoemaker. Here is Hansen. Hansen behind the net. Waits. Giving it back to 3 and White. He gives it back. Here's a nice shot opportunity. It was deflected off the stick of Avery Sampson, the junior from Freeport. And the Navigators take back over. Pass into the corner. Tatham will lift it. Nice pass there. Marini unable to handle it. And Falmouth will regain possession. But here's an opportunity for Sampson, hitting it down. And they'll have to clear out to avoid the offsides. Dragons get the change, and Navigators give it up the ice. Backhands it into the corner. Opportunity here for the Navigators, feed it inside, and knocked away. Dorsey was in there on defense to prevent the Navigator score. Dorsey banks it off the boards. This one gets fed around into the corner. Wilkoff going to battle for it, and Navigators get it. Here's Peter Wilkoff going to feed it up the ice. Doesn't get out of the zone. Here come the Navigators. 22 and White will fling it with his backhand, and now into the corner. Wilkoff back around behind the net. Salco gives a light bump along the boards. And here come the Navigators. Open shot here by number 10. Nice shoulder save there by Michael Shoemaker. And it's still out in front. Now another opportunity, and that one's going to go in. Shoemaker not too happy with himself. He's trying to pin his left pad up against the post and unable to as the puck sneaks free. Made a beautiful initial save, but Dragons unable to clear it out, and the second try goes in for Falmouth. That will make it 5-0. Palmer, Bowditch, and Heaston, the all-freshman forward line. We'll see what they can do on a game that obviously on the scoreboard hasn't gone too well for the Dragons, but still very, very early, and of course playing a Class A opponent. Bowditch is wide. It was deflected by number 4 in white.
16:37.
I should have listened to who scored the goal so I could get another name down for the Navigators, but I unfortunately was not listening. So one guy I know is going to remain Hansen, who's number 11, who is out there right now. So that's nice. But here's 14 in white, at number 4 actually. It's deflected there by Bobuff. He had a nice opportunity to score, but a good defensive play by Levi Bobuff, who I think's played a nice game. Definitely had an increased role with the defenders who have either graduated or, in the case of Ethan Patterson, one of the best defenders on the team, is out today. Here's an opportunity for Palmer. 2-on-1 for the Dragons. Palmer puts it on net. Blocker save for the Navigators. Here's Hansen. Going to give it up the ice and into the offensive zone. Back to Hansen. Tries to backhand it. Tatham giving it up. Here's a hit on Nicky Heaston. And Navigators get it back. Passes into the corner. Tatham will cut back in his backhand. And in the corner. Going to give it back up to Heaston. Got 6 minutes to go in the period. Here's Palmer. A little bit of an opportunity there. He will cut back, tries to go through the legs of the Falmouth defender. Does not work out for him. And now hit down. Here is Climash. Going to give it up to Marini. Marini can't handle it. It was a bouncing puck. And now behind the Navigator net. Marini with a big hit, and he's going to draw a penalty for that. Looked a little bit late, and the ref was having none of it. What are they going to call that? Is that going to be roughing? Is the hand to the side roughing? It was roughing. I got it right. Hope everyone at home was very proud of me there. Roughing on Marini. It was a big hit, of course, football player, starting defensive back for the Brunswick Dragons. It was a great looking hit, but it was certainly late. The Navigator that he hit did not have the puck at the moment, but that'll be a 2-minute man advantage for the Navigators. Dragons killed the one penalty they had earlier. Here's a shot at the net and a score for number 4 in white, his second of the game. He beats Michael Shoemaker high, and that'll make it 6-0 Navigators. Back on for the face-off is the Dorsey, Rathbone, Salco line. Here's the puck drop. Rathbone hasn't done too bad on face-offs today, and that one was contested.
Assisted by number 23, Jackson Williams, 1945.
Here's a shot, glove save there, caught by Shoemaker, and we'll get a defensive zone face-off for the Dragons. 6-0 as we come upon 4 minutes to go in this second and final half. And we'll take a couple-hour break, and then we'll be back here at 6:10 as the Dragons will take on, I believe Greeley is the second game. Here's a save by Shoemaker. He covers it. This game, obviously not the outcome we want, but of course saying we as a Brunswick fan. But still saw some good things. Loved what I saw out of Gabe Shoemaker especially, and his brother. I know he's not going to be happy with himself giving up 6 goals, but I saw a ton of really impressive saves out of the sophomore. So those two Shoemakers, definitely the two I'm impressed with most out of this game. Here are the Navigators in the offensive zone. Dorsey with it, up in to the Navigators. Bounce pass, shot back behind the net. Holton tried to regain. This one bounces back in the neutral zone for the Navigators. This one back along the back wall. Holton tries to battle for it. It's fed inside, but Rathbone takes it away. Dorsey tried to have an opportunity, could not. And Bobuff, who another guy who's played a good game today, is now fed across the middle. Number 8 in white couldn't get to it, but now he has it. It will be given back, and Bobuff will try to clear it for the moment, as Navigators will wait to avoid the offsides. Takes it in now. That should be an offsides, but the Dragons regain possession, so it was not. Here's Salco coming into the offensive zone, going to fling it at the net. Stick save, blocker save for the Navigators. Number 1 in white played a good game so far. Hasn't seen a ton of shots, but has not let one in, so always got to give credit where credit is due for a shutout. Dragons trying to avoid that shutout, though, as they have 2 minutes left to see if they can score. Pass it into the neutral zone. Bobuff will hit it down. Navigators regain possession. Here is Palmer in the neutral zone. 3-on-2 opportunity. Palmer at the net. Stick save and covered by 1 in white, as he is 125 away from getting a shutout in the Navigators' first preseason game of the day. He's played a nice game, but as I just said, hasn't seen nearly as many shots as the sophomore Michael Shoemaker on the other end. Here's Climash on to take the draw. He will win it. Back, Tatham at the net. Another save, and froze it. Just a minute to play now. Thank you so much, folks, for being here for this live stream. We'll, as I just mentioned, take a couple hours off, and we'll be back here at 6:10 is when the next game will start. And by then, I will have Brady Marzakis back joining me to help with the scoreboard and with the rest of the commentary. So that should improve your quality of life as a listener. But I hope you've enjoyed this game, no matter what. Here's Climash in the corner, trying to score in these last 30 seconds. Here's Shoemaker, backhands it toward the middle. Navigators take back over. This one is passed into the Dragons defensive zone. Shoemaker, he's got 15 seconds to see if he can prevent a shutout, and they're going to call that offsides. And I think that might just run out the rest of this game due to it being running clock. We're at 5 seconds, and that will do it. Thank you, folks, for joining us as the Dragons lose 6-0 to the Navigators. We'll be back here in just a couple hours as the Dragons will take on the Greeley Rangers.